Hey everyone, I'm here with another one of my rock star clients. Lenya is here. Lenya, tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, and where can people go to learn more about the difference that you make.
Good morning, Scott, or good day to everybody. So, I'm Lena from the only country with love in its name. I help people remember who they are through my framework of MarCAREting, which I call modern marketing, where I try to make a fusion between self-care and creativity, right? So for marketing leaders, for creatives, that they don't lose their creative edge, and they show the world their unique, unbreakable diamond, but that they don't kill themselves doing this. Because I came from strategic marketing and I knew how to hustle. I knew how to put out advertising campaigns, but then I realized that the marketers forgot about themselves, forgot about their teams, and then they couldn't really give out the true amazing diamond to the world. And that was a pity. So this is what I do.
I love it. So many resonance points with our Be a Blessing marketing, which we talk about in the
Yes, exactly.
Solopreneur Success Circle. So, what was the biggest challenge that you were experiencing before we started working together?
My biggest challenge was that I didn't really know what my challenge was. And before I start talking to you, I thought I came in with a challenge that really wasn't the challenge. So you helped me realize that me not knowing what to put in the offer is not really the challenge. And so my challenge was that I was just going down the same highway, not wanting to stop, thinking that if I stopped, I would go back. But then I really stopped with you and realized what the real challenge was.
Yeah, I love that. Well, why did you decide to choose me and work together over the other choices that you had?
Um, the first thing is that with you, I never get the feeling that you want to fix me, but the feeling that you hear me and see me. Like when I was listening to some of your workshops, and one was specifically about empathy, which you live, not just talk about, is something that really connected me with you because this is something that I realized I did not polish this human skill of empathy. And I almost ruined my second marriage. And I'm really, really all about seeing and hearing people, not fixing them or finding the best version of you and all that crap. So I really loved how you saw me where I am and you heard me where I want to be, and then you let me figure out how to get there with a few of your, not wanting to take over the feeling of now I'm Lenya's compass, now I'm Lenya's northern star. You let me have all of these, but you are just walking next to me. It's like the empathy myth of walking in someone else's shoes. I think it's all wrong. It's like you let me walk in my shoes, listening to my story, and then walk by me as I choose which direction I'm going to go, which you help me shine some light on.
So beautifully said. I really appreciate that, Lenya. Was there anything in particular about our work together that was especially helpful, and why do you think it was so effective?
Because you know how to ask questions, right? And I know that with you, I have to think. So it's not just like, yeah, I'm just going to do the checklist because I'm the checklist girl. And, then you ask me a question, then I have, my explosion of ideas, and I'm already in 2035. And then you ask me a question again and say, well, this is where now you have clarity. This is what you're going to do next. That is on the horizon, but we don't have to go there. So the way you ask me questions, it's like that cut through the noise and I can't hide, you know? And then you go, now you go do that thing. And I'm like, shit. Now I can't ask the next question before I do this thing. So I have to do this thing. Do I feel uncomfortable? Am I making myself uncomfortable? Absolutely. And I still do it. So, and then I know that even if I came and said, like, I haven't done anything, you wouldn't be like, in that sense, but you would again not fix me. You would just be for me wherever I am, but with really questions that I just can't hide.
I love it. Well, what's happened for you and your business since we worked together?
So what happened is that I have clarity who I want to talk with which your question has brought me to really know how to find those people. I had some resentment because I thought, but then I'm leaving those out, and then I'm leaving those out, right? But then I was just like, okay. So now I don't have to second guess anymore what I write about because I know who I want to touch with this, who I want to make to think about something or to provoke or to give empathy to. And it's just like, it's taken away this burden that I was putting on myself of, oh, I could write about 73 posts like out of my head. But now I know, okay, if I write to these people, then I have to set them up differently. So I started doing that, which is really great because it's easier, it's lighter on me. I have clarity and I have calmness and confidence when I write. I still haven't done the thing, and that is to connect with people in DMs, like you told me, um, um, because I haven't yet decided if I want to do um, the podcast, because that's another great step, and I don't want to, you know, uh, lie to them and manipulate them into an interview that I will then never do. So I still need to get some clarity on that. But it has really helped me hone down my message to the right people. I always have, like the radio people that I used to coach, I always told them, have this person that you want to talk to, like cut them out and have them next to your mic so that you're just talking to that one person. And it's much easier now for me.
I love that. Well, I love that you're sitting in the tension of making sure that if you're going to start something new, that you're going to start it right, and that you have
Yeah.
this greater clarity about who exactly you want to communicate to and connect with. And your work is very collaborative, and so that that all sounds really important. It sounds like there's also some spaciousness in your life, like now that you're not just going into a productivity frenzy to try to push out a bunch of posts or create a bunch of podcast
Yeah.
episodes, that there's some time. So how does that clarity and spaciousness uh change just your day-to-day personal life?
Well, I know burnout really well. Don't want to go there anymore. So I really, like you said, this spaciousness is coming from me trusting myself more.
Mm,
So when I create, I'm not like, I need to do this, but I choose to do this and I get to do this when I'm in the vibe. Sometimes, waiting for my son in the car in front of the school or on the toilet or, wherever. And it's just like, oh, I just get to write about this. And it just gives me more calmness, which I need. I
mm,
have some medical things that I want to take care of, and this spaciousness is definitely beneficial for the all the parts of the whole human, not just the
mm.
the one that is a professional or an expert in MarCAREting.
I love that. Well, where do you think you would be if right now, if you hadn't trusted yourself and gone ahead and invested in yourself and our work together?
I would still be writing for everybody.
Mm,
And oh, I didn't tell you, I would not come up with the idea of an empathy expedition to Denmark for marketing people. And I would definitely not send it to one of my best friends who is a marketing uh, manager at one of the biggest tourist agencies with whom I could do that. And I have a whole plan, and people like, oh my God, that's really amazing. So I know that I would be stuck in writing to everybody and not going deep with nobody. So I would definitely be vanilla, which I definitely am not. And this is not how I can reach my people, with
Mm,
vanilla, right? And yeah, I have more clarity. I will say that I'm still making myself scared that I have chosen certain people, marketers, right? And I can live with that fear and still keep doing it.
yeah. Well, we're just having a conversation last week in the community about fear being a compass. Like fear doesn't show up when you're trying to decide what to watch on TV. It shows up
Yeah.
when you're pointing in a direction that's actually worth exploring, that might actually change you into becoming the kind of person you want to become. So I love that. I love that
Yeah.
insight. Well, you and I began our work together again. You're one of my repeat offenders. We've worked together in the past, and it all began with what we call a catalyst exchange. There was
Yeah.
a quick free coaching by email back and forth
Yeah.
that got us started. So for anyone that's kind of looking at that and on the fence about whether they want to even get started with the free exchange, what would you
Yeah.
say to them?
Well, I would say if you're looking for hype, then run away. But if you're looking for somebody who doesn't want to fix you, somebody who lives and breathes, even just through the exchange in the words, calmness, clarity, and confidence, and letting you get connected with your true voice,
Mm,
which is, the diamond again, which is under so many layers of dust, then I would definitely recommend that you talk to Mr. Scott Perry.
I love it. Lenya, thank you so much for this time and providing this case study. I really appreciate reconnecting with you and love to just witness the progress that you're making. And I look forward to our future conversations. So thanks very much for doing this.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Scott.